Previously on the Dice Girls.
I think we forgot about the horses again.
Oh no! Where are they?
Did we leave the horses in town?
Oh
We
no!
left them in the
Frindle
forest.
Sticks or where?
They're in the forest. We rode them out of town. We rode them out of Frindle Sticks, or did we run out of Frindle Sticks?
You rode your horses out of Frindle Sticks.
And they're just tied up in the forest out there. Oh no! Terrible.
We have to go on a horse rescue side quest real quick.
I think Triggus wants to go in and see Claire. I talked to Claire. She's sorry, and she wants to apologize. Let's go have fun with her.
With sugar and spice and a roll of the dice, you're listening to The Dice Girls.
We have to throw you a party.
Yes, you do. Claire, are you coming to my birthday? My birthday is in a few days. My squishy tentacles birthday.
I would be honored to be at your birthday party, Triggus.
Oh, I'm having a party? Oh, this is wonderful.
You've been inviting everybody to your birthday.
I just was inviting them to my birthday. I didn't know it was going to be a party. This is fantastic.
Generally, when you invite a bunch of people to celebrate your birthday,
I'm new. I'm new, guys.
New to your land
Yeah.
customs.
Yeah.
You've invited a lot of people to your birthday.
Triton Customs, they just all show up at your house and stare at you until you turn that age, and then they all leave.
Looking at their watches. All right.
Like, all right.
See you next year.
Everybody's walking out like, man, I wish we could make that more fun somehow.
I'm really craving some cake right now, guys. Should we go get cake?
Maybe, what if we played some mute? Nah, no. Yeah.
Decorated a bit.
Nah, no.
I would be honored, Triggus. Where will you be having this party?
In the scuttle. Is
Just gonna throw a party without clearing it with anybody.
Just invite everybody to the secret hideout.
oh, it's a secret still? Is it still a secret?
Well, all the gnomes are hiding in there.
Are they still hiding? I thought we got rid of all the terror and
Well, we're not 100% sure it's safe.
Yeah, we still don't know why the very first gnome's head exploded, so
Oh,
it could still
Garrick.
be an issue.
We then maybe we should just have a barbecue in the central square or something like that.
Well, then the gnomes wouldn't be able to go.
But you can't just invite everybody to the secret hideout.
Oh.
Well, if you only invite people who are friends to the gnomes.
As you're like having this conversation in front of Claire, she smiles and says, I do know of the scuttle. I would be happy to be there.
Oh, that's great. Wonderful. So Claire can go.
Yeah.
So,
I'm pretty sure you've only invited people who know about the gnomes.
Probably.
yeah, except for those one guys. Did I invite the liars or
I don't remember.
You may have. The Council of Elders in Asylum.
Yeah, you invited the council.
The whole council. I don't think you gave them a location, though.
Yeah,
so
there
so I
hasn't
think
been
it's safe?
they haven't RSVP'd yet.
Yeah, maybe
Okay.
you have to have more than one birthday party in more than one spot.
in different cities.
You just go visit every place you've been so
Yeah.
that you can party in Asylum with like Megsy and
Oh,
everyone
yeah.
and Vince. Yeah.
Squishy Tentacles birthday tour.
We gotta pause our world saving, guys. Triggus has to have a birthday tour.
Okay, well we'll make sure that it's okay because if they're not okay with it because they don't want the noise, we just just cheer quietly. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm very excited.
We hadn't noticed.
Since we're going to be here, we can't leave because we're waiting for the book to be translated.
Yeah, so I guess we may as well plan a party.
Somebody should. The horses, though. It's just, I don't know what to do about that.
Yeah, we should invite the horses.
How are we gonna get them back here?
2 of us teleport and hold 3 horse hooves. 3 horse hands.
Okay.
And yeah, and then that way
Everybody's safe.
everybody's safe.
Except for Wolfric and Sadie.
Gee, thanks.
Possibly Kai, who's been possessed by ghosts.
Yeah.
Claire? Do we still need to tie Kai up at night, do you think? I think we should, just for old time's sake. Because they were pretty much agreeing with the whole binding her to an entire tree.
I believe the scuttle is safe.
Probably got some warding or something.
Yeah, because she tries to kill you when she's sleeping. It's pretty scary.
It's only happened a couple of times.
Claire says, worse than the singing? Cracks like the tiniest Claire smile. Like the first joke you've ever heard her make, ever.
And it's at my expense.
She winks at you, Kai.
Kai kind of just like crosses her arms and like huffs a little bit.
So maybe we should go talk to the crew and have them start planning my birthday party.
The 3 of you head back to the scuttle. Triggus, who do you talk to about your birthday party?
Who? The first person that I see when I walk through the door.
We'll say that Ellie, Rixie, Wimble, and Bilrick are playing in the front room together when you all walk back in.
What ho! I have great, tremendous news.
Twiggus!
Hello, Thimble. Guess what?
What?
It's gonna be my birthday. Yes.
Birthday?
Yes.
How old are you gonna be?
I'm going to be 150 years old.
Wow, that's a lot.
That's a lot. Yes, it is. And we're going to have a party.
I love parties.
You do?
Yes.
And it's going to be right here.
White heel?
Yes.
Right now?
No, on the 26th.
So how long is that?
3 days, I believe.
Only 3 days away?
Yes.
I'm so excited.
Me too.
Bilrick is kind of looking at you in confusion.
Oh.
He says, Triggus, I didn't realize your birthday was coming up so quickly. We have to throw you a party.
Yes, you do. And this will give you enough advance notice so you can give me stuff. So we can have it here?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
And we can invite Verstum and Rom and all the gnomes will be there.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's gonna be exciting.
Okay, what about Rhakna's boyfriend?
No.
Oh. Is he not in on the secret?
No.
Oh, he's not. Claire can come?
Yeah, Claire can come. Is she
Okay.
going to come?
Yes.
She said she would.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm the light that holds everything together, so I'm pretty much high up on her list of top friends.
Triggus, you must be extremely important to her. She hasn't left her hut ever since I've ever known her ever.
Not even to go to the post office? What?
Not even to go to the post office.
This is fantastic. We should probably lead her over then. She might get lost. Wow. That's the greatest gift I could ever ask for.
So we don't need to get
No,
you.
still get me stuff.
Well, I guess we've got a party to plan. And like Ellie and Rixie look pretty excited to help plan this birthday party. Wimble, of course, is jumping up and down all around you. Birthday, birthday, birthday. And he's super excited. Yeah, and the gnomes, we're going to say spend the next couple of days planning your birthday. In the meantime, I think there were some plans.
I think Rhakna and Kai are like slightly panicking a little bit. Like, what are we gonna get him for his birthday?
Yeah.
I also believe there were horse rescue plans.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
Horse's first birthday present later.
Yep.
So is it Rhakna and Kai who are going together?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Triggus is enthralled in birthday.
Fair. Okay, so who's driving? Tell me what this looks like.
It's my staff. I'll drive.
Yeah.
It's just me and Rhakna holding hands, looking really nervous.
Yep. No pressure.
Gee, thanks.
Oh, we have to go there and hang out with horses for 24 hours and then teleport back.
Yes, you
I
do.
just thought this was going to be a quick, like,
Yeah,
in
no,
and
I
out.
forgot about that, yeah.
But
We're gonna go chill with the horses.
we
for a
gotta
while.
let's bring some, like, puzzles and stuff to do.
Maybe we can find a birthday present for Triggus in the forest.
Oh, yeah.
Kai,
Yeah.
you take the staff of teleportation.
Yep.
You and Rhakna are holding hands. You spin the little gemstone that's hanging, and you both really concentrate on that cairn. And you feel the whole world being sucked into a little point. And then it pops back out, and you are exactly where you intend to be.
Oh.
No pain.
Successful teleportation, no pain, very weird feeling. And your horses are there, and they're healthy, and they're happy to see you.
I talk to the ones that speak Elvish. I'm like, I'm so sorry, man.
You left us again!
We're here now.
We came back.
Can we go?
We gotta chill out for a day, then we can go back.
Okay. You're lucky you guys are fun. And so, Rhakna and Kai are chilling in the forest. Do you do anything while you're there?
Some Sudoku puzzles.
I like look around and see if I can find anything good enough to give Triggus for his birthday.
Oh, yeah. Let's go, like, let's look for some river rocks or something to give him, right? That's a good, right?
I roll for Triggus' birthday present.
So, before you do that,
Perfect Triggus gift. 3. Nope.
I see a pine cone.
I think he'd be
Triggus
very
would be
happy.
thrilled.
Triggus would love a pine cone.
Yeah.
You are on like a path in this forest. And as you're going along, you hear the sound of a wagon approaching.
I'm not even supposed to be here, but I'm like super excited.
You hear a wagon approaching, and you hear the metallic clip-clop of a clockwork horse coming down the path.
Oh my gosh.
And after a moment, you see Bastion, the clockwork horse, pulling along Hector's wagon of many things.
We just flag him down, right? Like,
Hector, it's us! Oh my god. He doesn't know I'm a changeling.
Holy banana!
have we not seen him since we were trying to plot to get into the church?
Yeah, that's right.
That's
Wow,
a very
because you
long time
asked
ago.
him to build you a clockwork gnome.
Yeah, that's right.
That's before I came clean.
Yeah. Dang. Wow. Okay. Yeah. That's
So, like, Hector doesn't recognize this person waving at him.
yeah. Bastion doesn't recognize you, but he sees Rhakna, and so Bastion like stops, and you see Hector kind of like poke his head out to be like, Bastion, what's going on? And then he sees you, And he says, well, aren't you a sight for sore eyes? Where have you been? What have you been up to? And who's your new friend?
New friend is old friend.
Mara, is that you?
Yeah. Hi.
Well, you look a little different.
Uh-huh.
Get on the wrong side of a spell or something?
No, I'm a changeling.
Oh.
Yeah. My real name is Kai.
Oh, I'm so sorry I called you Mara. Hi,
That's fine.
Kai.
Hi.
It's nice to see you again / meet you. How have you been? Did you ever find a clockwork gnome? Did you? What?
No, I changed into a gnome.
Oh, yeah, that would be something you could do,
Uh-huh.
I guess, as a changeling in this world.
In this world.
Oh, in Averin. Wow. Well, where's your real funny friend? What? Triggus, that's his name. Where's Triggus?
He's prepping for his birthday party.
Oh, his
Yeah.
birthday party.
Yeah,
I bet
we-
that's a hoot.
Also, don't have any gifts for him. Would you happen to have something?
Well, let me see what I can rustle up. I've got a few things floating around here in my wagon. You know, I'm always collecting items and working on something. And he goes back into his wagon. And he comes out with like a small handful of different things. There's 5. He says, "Well, I've only got a few things right now for you to choose from, but I'm sure Triggus will like any of them.
Yep.
Any of them." So he has 5 different items. He tells you about them. The first item is like this little yellow enameled silver charm in the shape of the letter T. And he tells you that if you he calls it a lemon tea. If you let the charm stew in a cup of tea for 1 minute, it adds a bright, natural lemony flavor to the brew. The next item he brings out is he just calls it a security blanket. It's a fluffy 6x6 foot blanket. It's pastel blue. It has a satin border. He says if you're wrapped in the blanket, you can't be frightened and you lose the condition of fear. You also will roll at advantage against sleeping on tainted or haunted ground. He shows you the Sun Sprite 3000. It's an ember stone inlaid brush. It's full of tiny like bellows and gears and steamworks. And there's a little reservoir, and if you fill it with water, the brush can dry, detangle, and curl or straighten a full head of hair. He shows you a pair of sticky tongs. They're a pair of iron tongs. They're 2 feet in length. Nothing held in them can slip or be dropped or be crushed. They require 2 hands to operate at all times. And then the final thing he shows you is called a brilliant bubble gun. It's a little gun that has like this removable reservoir, and when it's filled with water, you can pull the trigger and produce a stream of iridescent soap bubbles.
I'll take that one.
When you do so, creatures within 5 feet must pass a DC 10 wisdom saving throw or be distracted by the bubbles.
I'll take it.
Yeah, how much for all of it?
Yeah,
We're pretty loaded.
Yeah.
He kind of laughs and says, "Well, my prices some of them are a little higher because some of these are more. I've been working on more complex items lately. Everything all together, I'll give you everything all together for, let's say 55 gold."
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Wow. Y'all are some of my best customers. I gotta figure out where you're going and like just follow you around. Really.
Rhakna pulls out a map.
Man, it's been so long since I've seen you guys. I'm glad to see you. I'm glad to do business with you. And he, like, I don't know who's
got more money?
I don't know if you want to split it. I don't know how you want to do that.
543.
I've got 650, so I'll buy. I'll buy them.
So 595. You had 650.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a lot of gold.
I know you guys got a very handsome reward.
Yes. I was trying to
for
look and see
Something.
for rescuing the gnome.
Yeah, you rescued all of gnome kind essentially.
Oh.
Yeah, I have
That's why we're rich.
737.
You should have bought your birthday present.
Man, you guys don't go shopping. buy almost anything. Yeah, you hand over the gold, and Hector, like, he kind of like bundles everything up in the blanket and hands it over.
Yeah.
Wow, I hope this makes Triggus' birthday
Oh, he's gonna
a good one.
love it.
All of it. Yeah, he's gonna love all of it.
I can see that. How y'all have you been back around the area of Adoran lately? Have you heard about that?
No.
Uh-oh.
Oh, well, I don't want to put a damper on our happy reunion. They had a real big storm a couple weeks back, passed through Adoran, and it kind of wrecked everything. I don't know if we've never seen anything like it before. I was traveling through the area around the time, and real big. I've never seen a storm like it. It was like some kind of, gosh, it was just such a huge storm, and the lightning was like green, and I've never seen green lightning before.
Oh, jeez.
I don't know.
Would you classify it as biggest storm of the century?
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think we'd call it the biggest storm of the century for sure. And it didn't seem to be slowing down at all. Well, be careful. It was going north, so it might be careful if you're still around that area. Narstad and Timbertide, and just watch out.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Well, on that pleasant note.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry to end things on
That's fine. It's good that we know now.
Yeah, I don't know that.
We heard about another town. I don't remember. I don't know if we ever learned the name, but another town was hit by a pretty big storm too.
It seems like there's been a lot of that going around recently. I'm not sure why or what's going on with it, but I don't reckon there's much left of Adoran, unfortunately.
Wow, that's awful.
Yeah, I'm sorry to sour our little mood here. Man, I bet you guys have nothing to worry about. Let's just focus on getting Triggus some good presents for his birthday. I hope he likes these things. I bet he will.
Oh yeah,
Definitely.
bubble blower will be the favorite. Is my guess.
Definitely.
Well, I best be on my way, and now I got to start making new things. You cleaned me out again. Yeah,
we've cleaned him out every single time we've met him.
Oh my god, we have, haven't we?
I think this is only the second time you've cleaned him out.
Oh, okay.
The first time you didn't.
Right.
Because y'all were pretty poor.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hector, Bastion, like, whinnies at you, his mechanical little whinny, and...
Our horse is like, what the heck?
They are looking at Bastion pretty, like, the two horses that speak Elvish, Rom's horses, Andromedus
and Pluto.
Yep, Andromedus and Pluto. They, like, cock their heads at you, and you can tell that they're, like, itching to ask you about this horse. But they don't say anything while Hector and Bastion are there. Yeah, Hector kind of like packs up and waves and says, well, it was so good to see you guys again. I hope we meet again soon. Stay safe out there. And he and Bastion ride off on the trail.
And then our horse is like, what the heck was that?
Yeah, Andromedus kind of looks at you and says, was that even a horse?
Clockwork horse. Hector built him.
That guy was crazy.
Yeah.
I bet I could beat him in a race, though.
I don't know about that. He can't get tired.
Yeah, but what if he gets rusty? I don't get rusty.
That's a fair point, my friend.
Okay, good. As long as we both know I could beat him in a race. Right?
Which horse is the cocky horse? Is that Andromedus?
This is Andromedus. This is Andromedus. Yeah. Pluto's kind of just laughing in Elvish horse. It's an Elvish horse laugh, which I'm not going to do for you.
What about the third horse? Is he just like, was he trying to talk to Bastion? Or he's like, oh, another horse friend. Hello. Yes.
No, the third horse does not speak Elvish or any language as far as you know.
I try all of my languages.
You've tried, I'm sure. No, that one doesn't speak anything.
That horse is gonna be like the key to the whole story or something.
He's got the blue gem.
We just gotta figure out what
in his
what
saddlebag.
language he speaks.
Yeah. That's the whole mystery. It's a language search.
He's just like,
language does this horse speak?
we finally figure out, and he's like, "Oh, save the world! Why didn't you say so?" We've been hanging out with him for like 6 months at that point or something.
Oh, yeah.
And then he clops his little hooves together, and
everything's fine.
all the storms stop. Everybody's happy.
Wolfric just like poof in front of
Yeah. It's like, oh, Wolfric, why didn't you say so? Let me just summon him. Clop, clop.
If only you would have asked in giant.
Give Kai like a few months, and I'm sure she'll speak giant.
Gosh, right.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, my face hurts.
My face also hurts. Yeah, so is there anything else that you would like to do while you're in the woods before you attempt to teleport back to the scuttle?
I think we're good.
Yeah, we just checked everything off our to-do list.
Yeah.
Save horses, buy
Triggus
birthday
present.
presents.
Triggus present.
I wanted to invite Hector to the party,
Right,
but
secret gnome location.
secret gnome location.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah,
He's
and
probably
Bastion.
busy making stuff anyways.
Yeah, he's got stuff to do.
He's also like hundreds of miles away from Narstad.
That's true.
Well, we could, do some kind of like teleporty thing, right? Just make him sit and wait in the forest for 48 hours.
48 hours. So we can go get him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Just wasn't in the cards.
No, not this time. Okay, so you take out your teleportation staff again the next day, and you focus on the scuttle.
So we have an uneventful night.
Yeah, it's an uneventful, no possessions,
No attacks.
no attacks.
Cool.
And you arrive exactly where you intend to, back at the...
Oh.
Are you going back to the scuttle, or are you going to, like, Rom's?
I think we should take the horses to the stable.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause-
Well, we can take them to Rom.
Yeah, maybe like Rom can hang out with his horses for a few days.
Yeah.
He'd probably like that.
Yeah.
And just act all casual, like
Yeah, like
nothing
you
happened.
didn't forget.
Like we haven't been here for a day already.
Yeah.
Hey Dicelings, it's Becca, your Dice Girls DM. We hope you're enjoying episode 56 of the Dice Girls. As always, we are having so much fun playing and recording this absolutely magical game. I want to say a huge special thank you to the catalog of slightly magical merchandise, which you can find on Twitter at @ofslightly. All of Hector's magical items came from that Twitter account. The person who runs it is so creative and so good at coming up with fun trinkets and magical items. I love it. It's one of my favorite resources when I'm coming up with items to introduce into our world. So thank you so much, the catalog of slightly magical merchandise. We adore you. Thank you to everyone who's been tweeting about the show, sharing it with your friends, telling us how much you love us. We love you all so much that it is crazy. We've only got a few more episodes before our Clips episode, which should be episode 60. So if you've got friends that you've been wanting to introduce to the show, you can start warming them up to the idea now, because that third Clips episode is coming soon. Also, just thank you. Have we mentioned how much you rock lately? Because you all absolutely rock. I'm going to let you get back to it. I'll talk to you in a couple of weeks. Bye.
Yeah, you take the horses back to Rom, and he's glad to see them. He's happy to see you. Where's Triggus?
Oh, right. Yeah, he's getting ready for his birthday party. It's probably tomorrow.
Yeah,
right?
tomorrow at this point.
It's tomorrow. I'm sure he would love if you could come.
I'll definitely be there.
Yeah, it's in the scuttle.
The
gnomes are prepping.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's I'll be there. Let's plan on it.
Yeah.
Good.
I just wanted to say that the horses are invited too. I don't want them to feel left out. They've been excellent travel companions.
Yeah.
Well, I bet I could get him to the... Well, I shouldn't actually take them into the field of wildflowers.
Oh.
But I will pass on the thought.
Maybe you can just bring them back some cake.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. They like cake. Carrot cake, specifically.
That's cute.
So, elves live for a while, right? And you've been around for a while, right? At least 100 years?
Oh, at least.
Uh-huh. So did you, know about the gems and stuff before we knew about them? Because you seemed mighty interested the first time we brought them to you.
Rom, he kind of makes a little bit of a guilty face.
Oh.
And he kind of looks at the ceiling for a minute. Listen, I'm not a bad guy, okay? I just want you to know that. I want you to know that I'm not a bad guy.
Of course.
We didn't suspect that you were.
Okay, fine. I kind of used to work in the Purg.
Oh.
A really long time ago. When I was a lot younger. Really naive. Oh, please don't hate me. Okay, Baruso, he's the guy in charge of the Purg, right? You've heard of him?
Yeah,
Have you
we've
heard
heard of him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the demon who's in charge down there. Was kind of his assistant, and he kind of told me that there was some trouble encapsulating souls, to take them to the afterlife. So he told me to come up with a way to get souls easily for convenience. And I kind of created this magic that allowed souls that had no living body to be funneled into gemstones. I showed Baruso how to do it. And then not very much longer after that, I caught him using that magic on living creatures, which was terrible and not what the magic was meant for at all. I was just trying to help Baruso get the errant souls that were floating around and meant to go to the afterlife. And so I made the thing, and he was using it on living creatures and sucking their souls out of them. It took a whole lot longer to do it that way because it's not what it was meant for, but he was doing it anyway. So I gave the mark of the betrayer and I left.
Whoa.
I think that about covers it.
That was Triggus level mouth vomit.
Wait, who got the mark of the betrayer? Baruso.
It's the first time I've ever done that, actually.
Wow.
Yeah. I was so angry. He wasn't meant to use the gemstones and that magic in that way. It was supposed to be for souls that were floating around with no body who were avoiding the afterlife. It was just supposed to make his job easier, and he twisted it and started using it on living creatures.
So there are souls in these gems.
Yeah, I kind of feel like there probably are. I recognized the box. It was a box I had made many, many years ago working for Baruso. I didn't want to implicate myself. I was gonna make you a better offer for them, but you guys left town before I could find you again. And then after that, it was kind of too scared to tell you because it makes me look really guilty because I made this magic. I'm sorry.
So, what happens when you break one?
Well, the soul gets released and it would go if there was a body nearby, a human. If there was a vessel nearby that didn't have a soul, the soul would go into that soul, that body. If there's nobody nearby, it kind of just floats around out in the open until it can find somewhere or someone to occupy.
So, what happens to someone when a soul from a gem enters their body? Just asking, hypothetically.
Super hypothetically.
Yeah.
I would imagine it's a little like being possessed, only probably harder to get rid of.
What if it's your soul?
Oh, you mean if it had been stolen and then put in a gemstone and then you broke? I mean, that's the best possible outcome, really. It's where the soul belongs. It would go back home to its human or gnome or elf or dwarf or whoever. And
Gnome, yeah.
Hypothetically.
That's the hypothetical gnome we're talking about.
he cocks his head. yeah, that would be the best possible outcome. The proper soul reunited with the proper body. That's like a whole. It would make someone whole again.
Would they maybe regain some memories they might have lost?
I suppose it's possible, hypothetically.
Like some like mind clarity that they lost.
I mean, it. I guess it would depend on the person, and yeah, I would guess that maybe that would be something that could happen.
What about
if the vessel is destroyed?
Yeah, what if someone's soul is in a gem and you stab them in the head?
What happens then?
What happens then?
These are some very specific hypotheticals. You know, that's actually a good question. I'm not entirely sure. I would guess that maybe if it happened right away, like that it might save the vessel, the soul going back into it. I don't know exactly.
So what if the vessel like what if it like disappears and then there's like a red glowing orb in the vicinity?
Yeah, and then mysteriously the gem that you thought you had that's the same color is just gone.
Hypothetically. You keep on using that word. I don't think it means what you think it means. I mean, that's, I honestly couldn't tell you that.
All right. That was probably a tough one. Okay. What about hypothetically? What about if one of those gemstones was desecrated?
Well, I didn't stick around long enough to find out, but I would imagine that just the act of stealing a soul from a living creature would be enough to desecrate it.
That makes sense.
Yeah. If, hypothetically, a bunch of living people tried to do a ritual thing.
That had soul involvement.
Yeah. And it go bad.
Boom.
Yeah. Hypothetically. Then that could desecrate a gemstone with the soul in it.
Yeah.
Well, it was nice seeing you, Ron.
He like scratches his head and looks really confused.
Should we just tell him?
I feel like we should just tell him. So you've heard of the Omara, right? You've been around.
Yeah, I'm vaguely familiar.
So, while in the Purg, Wulfric tried to do that ritual. Okay. It went bad. It went boom.
The explosion.
Oh, yeah,
everybody knows about the explosion.
Yeah, that was that.
I was long gone by that point.
Right,
I had nothing to do with that explosion.
No, yeah, that was Wulfric.
Oh.
Trying to do the Omara ritual. So when Wulfric disappeared, we found a smashed gemstone. And so when we gave him the gemstone, we had like this true sight ointment. And when he got the gemstone, he like glowed the color of the gemstone. It was purple. So,
yeah, we think it was his gemstone.
Yeah.
To be clear, that's why I gave it to him.
That's what he said. He said, that's mine.
It's his.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So Wolfric Smashy, good thing?
Wolfric Smashy, good thing?
If it was indeed his soul in that gemstone, which would mean that Baruso was stealing his soul, but if it was his soul, then yeah, he would have been reunited with it, and it would have been definitely a good thing.
And also the one about the disappearing body was about Sadie.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So
she was a part of the ritual too.
I guess I'm trying to figure out, well, what does the Omara ritual do?
You and other people's like swap bits of souls, so you're all like connected with soul stuff.
Oh. Yeah. Oh. So if Baruso was stealing their souls and then they tried to do a ritual where they like swapped bits of their soul.
Boom.
Boom.
Yeah.
Holy cow. I don't even know what to say. You should probably get those gemstones back to their people. Do you know the other people?
We know their names. We don't know where they are.
Mm-mm.
I feel like I should tell him. Yes. Sadie's been contacting me after I shoved a dagger in her head. She's been...
He blinks a lot. Okay.
She's been contacting me. Well, she hasn't in a while, but she's been contacting me while I'm asleep. And then these things called nightmares come and attack. So I don't know what's going on with that. But she's very adamant that we bring the gemstones to her wherever she is, which is where we were headed. And then we doubled back. Yeah,
we had to come back for exposition and
for translations
and Triggus' birthday, of course.
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah. Maybe Sadie's with the remaining three people.
Maybe that other guy that I heard that was with Sadie was one of them.
Oh, yes. And so this thing with Baruso taking their souls, he was doing it while they were still alive. And what good would that do him? Why would he be doing that in the first place?
See, now that's what I've never been able to figure out all these years. Why? I mean, it's not like he gets paid per soul that he sends to the afterlife. It's not. I don't know.
Is it just like a power thing with him?
I could maybe see that. I don't know. I don't know why he would be stealing people's souls or why he chose the people that he did. But like, I don't know why Wolfric? Why Sadie? Like,
well, from what we know, it sounds like they were like happy together. You know, they made the most out of their time in the purg. So maybe he wasn't too happy with that.
Yeah, maybe he just wanted to take away what they had.
Well, stealing someone's soul would certainly drain them of their happiness. It would like change who they were. Make good people do not great things. It would make people feel empty and hopeless.
Yeah, you think it would maybe make someone
kidnap some gnomes?
Yeah, kidnap a bunch of gnomes and run a cult.
I mean, I can't say it wouldn't.
Interesting.
Well, that
was insightful.
That was certainly a lot. Thank you, Rom.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you're like taking care of those gemstones. They're pretty. Soul is pretty important,
more or less.
Claire says that we're doing a good job.
Claire says we're doing a good job.
Yeah,
I trust Claire.
Me too. Yeah.
So we'll see you at the party tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll see you at that party tomorrow.
It'll be much better than this moment we're having right now.
A lot less heavy, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Well, I'll see you at the birthday party.
Yeah, we back away awkwardly.
Yeah. He also backs away awkwardly. And we're going to say the two of you head back to the Scuttle, where it is the day before Triggus' birthday party. Preparations are being made. Decorations are being hung. It looks really, really cool. And we're going to find out how it goes next time.
Yeah. We carefully sneak the presents in so that
Okay.
Triggus doesn't see them.
I like that. I like that. Carefully sneak the presents in.
We should have asked Hector if he had a gift wrap option. I would have spent a little extra for that.
Gosh. What is Triggus doing while the preparations are being made? While the party decorations and everything and
directing people.
I figured as much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little higher on the left. That's perfect. We need a little bit more flair. Can anybody have any like sparkle magic would be really good right about now.
I feel like gnomes have sparkle magic.
Definitely.
So Wimble is like following you around as you direct people, and he's like mimicking your directions. Like, so after you say that, he's like, "Yeah, sparkle magic.
Aww.
Yeah, little higher on the left." He's like your little assistant.
Aww.
Yeah, and everyone is preparing for the epic squishy tentacle birthday.
Yes.
That is
Bash
going
of
to
the century.
Right.
going to happen tomorrow. And that's
Sweet.
where we're going to wrap it up today.